To play the game of basketball, a player will need to develop some specific skills. This lesson will introduce you to the important skills in the game of basketball. I am from Chukudi and I welcome you to this interesting physical and health education class on basketball. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to list the basic skills in basketball and demonstrate the basic skills in basketball. Most ball games require some basic skills such as running, dribbling, passing, and jumping. Basketball, like other ball games, requires a diverse set of skills and tactics. While basic skills such as running, jumping, and passing are important in the game of basketball, a player needs to develop some specific set of skills unique to the game of basketball. Basketball players who are exceptionally skillful have higher chances of becoming world or local champions. Let's discover some of these skills specific to the game of basketball. Here are the important or fundamental skills in basketball, and they are 1. Passing, 2. Dribbling, 3. Shooting, 4. Defending, and number 5. Rebounding. Let's begin with the skill of passing. Passing is simply the movement of the ball between teammates. It is a skill required to advance the ball from one end to the court to another, while ensuring that your opponent do not gain possession of the ball. In basketball, there are several ways of passing the ball. Some of them include 1. Chest pass. In a chest pass, a player passes the ball directly from the chest level to the chest level of the receiver. Next, we have the bounce pass. A bounce pass, as its name implies, is a pass in which the ball is bounced to the direction of the receiver. Next, we have the overhead pass. This pass requires a passer to pass the ball over the head of a defender to the receiver. This pass is best whenever there is a defender between teammates, as it makes it difficult for a defender to get hold of the ball. Finally, we have a no-look pass. As its name implies, here the ball is passed to the receiver without looking at the direction of the receiver. An effective pass is one that is difficult for an opponent to intercept, while easy for the teammates to receive. The next skill of interest to us today is dribbling. In basketball, dribbling basically implies bouncing the ball with one hand. Dribbling is the only legal way to move the ball around the basketball court without passing it to another player, as basketball players are required to take not more than 2 steps while carrying the ball. By dribbling effectively, teams can ensure they always have the ball in their possession. Here are some basic tips with respect to dribbling in basketball. First, dribbling is best done with the fingertips. So, while dribbling a ball, a player is expected to push the ball down to the ground with the fingertips, not slapping or patting on the ball. Next, it is best for players to dribble with their offhand. This simply implies that it is best for players who are right-handed to master dribble with their left hand, while left-handed players master dribble with their right hand. Finally, while dribbling, a player is not expected to dribble while standing at a spot. Basketball is a fast-paced game, so a player while dribbling is either approaching the goal or intends to pass the ball at some point. By dribbling effectively, players and teams can gain good control of the ball in their possession. Another very important skill in the game of basketball is shooting. Shooting in basketball is simply the art of throwing the ball into the basket or towards the direction of the basket with the intention of scoring points. To shoot the ball, the player in possession of the ball raises the ball with his shooting arm, with the ball firmly placed on the fingertips. The shooting arm is usually raised a bit above the head. Next, the non-shooting arm is used to support the ball by its side. The shot is then made by extending the shooting arm and releasing the ball towards the direction of the basket. In basketball, there are numerous ways to shoot the ball. Here are some of the common ways. 1. We have a jump shot. A jump shot, as its name implies, requires a player to jump slightly above the ground before taking the shot. Scoring through a jump shot is easier because it is difficult for defenders to block the ball. A jump shot is recommended whenever a player tries to attempt a shot when he is standing far from the basket. The next common type of shot in basketball is a layup shot. This shot is taken very close to the basket. With the ball on one hand, the player in possession of the ball while standing very close to the basket jumps slightly and places the ball into the basket. Next, we have a set shot. This is a shot taken from anywhere without making any movement. This means that a player is not jumping or changing his position while attempting this shot. With that in mind, let's discuss about another skill, which is defending. Defending in basketball refers to all legal moves by a player to regain possession of the ball or to prevent a goal. Two basic methods of defending in basketball is blocking and stealing. Blocking is simply an attempt to prevent a goal by raising one's hand up to prevent the ball from approaching the basket. For all blocks to be approved, it must be legal. This means that a block on one hand does not require a player to come in contact with the hand of the player attempting the shot. And on the other hand, a block must not constitute a goaltending offense. If a player, on attempt to block the ball, touches the shooting player's hand, this will result in a free throw against his team. If, on the other hand, a block results in a goaltending offense, the offending team is awarded 2 or 3 points depending on the referee's judgment and the circumstances. The next aspect of defending in basketball is stealing. Stealing is simply a defensive attempt to reclaim possession of the ball from the opposing team. Stealing in basketball can be as simple as 1. Tapping the ball away from a dribbling player. 2. Tapping the ball from a dribbling player to a teammate. Or 3. Anticipating the direction of pass and recovering the ball at that point. Finally, let's talk about rebounding. Rebounding in basketball is simply the art of trying to gain control of the ball after an unsuccessful shot has been made. Rebounding can be in 2 ways. There could be an offensive rebound or a defensive rebound. An offensive rebound is when a team recovers the ball after a missed shot by their team. When an offensive rebound is successful, the offensive team is provided another opportunity to reattempt the shot. A failed offensive rebound results in a defensive rebound. In this case, the defending team regains possession of the ball. This provides them an opportunity to attempt an attack and subsequently attempt a goal. To rebound effectively, a player needs to do the following. 1. Find a good position on the court. Next, the player should anticipate where the ball will land. Keeps his hand in position to receive the ball. Jump towards the ball and grab the ball if possible. If grabbing the ball is not possible, it may be best for the player to tap the ball away to another teammate. For a successful offensive rebound, a shot should be retried, while for a successful defensive rebound, the ball should be passed to a teammate. Having covered the important skills required in the game of basketball, you may wonder, what do you need to do to improve your skills or develop them? Here are some important tips to keep in mind. First, you should practice continuously. Practicing on a regular basis will help a player master the basic skills and advance into more complex skills. Next, an aspiring basketball player should exercise regularly and eat balanced diet. This will help him or her maintain good physical fitness as well as ensure a healthy lifestyle. It is also important to watch basketball games as it provides opportunities to learn from professionals. Playing basketball video games may also be useful for someone who intends to advance their skills in the game of basketball. Next, a person who wants to play basketball professionally may benefit from hiring a coach. Finally, it is important to set specific training goals. For example, an aspiring basketball athlete may choose a week to learn a specific skill. That brings us to the end of this class. Here is a quick rundown of what we've learned so far. First, we've discovered that the fundamental skills in basketball are passing, dribbling, shooting, defending, and rebounding. Passing is the movement of the ball between teammates. Dribbling is continuously bouncing the ball with one hand. Shooting is the art of attempting to score points by throwing the ball into or in the direction of the basket. Defending refers to all legal moves by a player to regain possession of the ball or prevent a goal. And finally, we learned that rebounding is the art of attempting to regain control of the ball after a failed shot. So now, how well can you remember what we've learned so far? Here are some questions for you. Question 1. Which of these skills involve regaining possession of a missed shot? Is it A, passing, B, shooting, C, defending, or D, rebounding? The correct answer is option D, rebounding. Question 2. Which of the following is a good dribbling technique? Is it A, dribbling without moving, B, dribbling with the fingertips, C, dribbling with both hands, or D, dribbling without passing or shooting? The correct answer is option B. Dribbling with the fingertips is considered a good dribbling technique. So far, you have been introduced to the important skills in the game of basketball. With a little more practice, I am confident that you can demonstrate these skills and enjoy the game of basketball. I'll meet you in my next class. But till then, enjoy the game of basketball.